And welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School as we are into our varsity broadcast here on TSSR Game Time Live. Chris Strankhauser and Adam Hulett here running the camera for me this evening as we're about 4.5 minutes away from the start of our contest here between the Spartans and the Rebels of South Fulton. We're brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor here in Bushnell. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events Live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell and cheer the Spartans on to victory. As you can hear the BPC pep band behind us, or off to the side, as they are here to entertain before the tip of this one here at BPC High School. Again, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you got to tune into the JV contest. That was a 41-36 win for BPC. And also the Rock the Place event that occurs every year. Let's see the kids in the elementary school performing there with the varsity cheerleaders here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. We're going to step aside. We'll be back with the tip in just a moment here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. They were so wonderful.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Welcome back here to Bushnell-Prairie City High School as we are just about ready for the playing of our national anthem. Nice job as Keeley and Carson Lieb on our national anthem here as we are set for varsity basketball tonight between the Spartans and the Rebels. And they realize it on the far side. We lost the scoreboard is down. As we're set for starting lineups coming up here at BPC High School this evening.
Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Rebels. At guard, number 30, Braden Carruthers.
Braden Carruthers, the first starter for South Fulton.
At guard, number 1, Jonah Shaw.
Jonah Shaw, guard number 1.
At center, number 20, Caden Fogelson. At forward, number 12, Avery Fawcett. At forward, number 10, Jasper Littaker.
So Shaw, Litgaker, Fawcett, Fogelsong, and Carruthers, the 5 starters for South Fulton. Now we're going to get the spotlight going, introduction for BPC.
Now please stand and put your hands together as we meet our very own Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans! At guard, number 2, Connor Paul. At guard, number 3, Brock Beekman. At forward, number 10, Talon Love. At guard, number 15, De'Aaron Ruffin. At guard, number 30, Connor Upton. The Spartans are coached by Tyler Snyder and assisted by Devin Yoakum. Tonight's officials are John Hornberry, Scott
Palm,
Allen, Brett Stevens.
Ruffin, Love, Upton, and Beekman, the 5 starters for BPC. 8 minutes on the clock, and we're just about set to get things underway here in the varsity contest. BPC and South Fulton. Again, chat us up. Let us know where you're tuned into on this Friday evening. And we thank you for tuning in. And should be a dandy between the Spartans and the Rebels coming up here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Chris Rinkhauser and Adam Hulett to bring you the action. Beekman and Fogelsong going to jump it up, and the tap controlled by BPC. Ruffin, Darren Ruffin, 15 with it for the Spartans. He's going to go right side to Palm, over to Upton. Back to Ruffin. Left wing, has it poked away momentarily. Swings around to Upton. Upton double team, gets it to Palm. Just underway. Palm going to float one off the back iron. No good. Love there for the putback for BPC. Talon Love puts the Spartans on top. We're going to get full court pressure and steal by Ruffin, but he's going to be whistled for the traveling violation, so goes back to South Fulton. 2-0 lead in favor of BPC. Full court press again. Rebels get it in. That is Taker, and he's going to have it stolen away by Beekman. We're going to get a jump ball, and it'll stay with South Fulton. 2-0, just underway. 7:26 to play here in the opening quarter. Jonah Shaw, the senior, triggers for BPC, or for South Fulton. He'll get it in for the Rebels, number 30. Braden Carruthers with it. 7:10 to play. Carruthers going to pick it up. Going to try to go inside to Fogelsong. His shot no good. Love there for the rebound for BPC. Gets it over to Upton. Right wing to Palm. Palm over to Ruffin. Ruffin's going to fire up a three from long range off to the left of the basket. And here come the Rebels. And a steal as they try to go in backside to Avery Fawcett. And we're going to get a jump ball, and it'll go to BPC. Just underway, 6:40 to play here in the opening quarter. 2-0 lead in favor of BPC. BPC head coach Tyler Snyder, assisted by Devin Yoakum. Mike Simpson, the head coach for South Fulton, assisted by Joe Clemens and Matt Davis. BPC with a couple looks there at the basket. And no, out of bounds to South Fulton. Baseball pass down to Fawcett. His shot blocked by Beekman. Here comes BPC. Love kicks it over to Palm. Beekman's going to fire up a three, in and out, no good. Rebound controlled to BPC. Palm, as the outlet is a little too much, as Upton and Beekman hustled for the basketball, but could not get there in time to save it from going out of bounds. So it'll go back to South Fulton, I should say. Jonas Shaw with it, number one. Will be picked up by Connor Palm on defense. Brothers, and we're going to get a traveling violation on South Fulton, and it'll go back to BPC. 5:57 to play here in the first quarter. Garrett Ruffin, number 15, will bring it up for the Spartans. In free throw line to Love. Left wing to Upton. Upton's going to drive in, right hand, floats one up. No on the shot, but he's going to go to the line for two. Avery Fawcett whistle for the foul, his first, team's first. Connor Upton the line for two. First one off the back iron, no good. Upton with one more, 5:44 to play, 2-0 lead in favor of BPC. Upton too strong on the second, and rebound controlled by South Fulton. Jonas Shaw will bring it up across midcourt, picked up by Palm for the Spartans. Lineker inside, the shot up and good by Caden Fogelsong, and he'll tie us up at 2-2, 5:22 to play. First bucket of the night for the Rebels. Far side, Beekman with it. He's going to drive in right hand, kicks it out to Love. Love's going to pop a three off the back iron, no good. Long rebound saved by Beekman. Upton's going to fire up a long three off the back iron, no good. And Fogelsong with the rebound. He's going to cut in. Nice left-hand layup for Caden Fogelsong, the senior for South Fulton. And South Fulton will take their first lead of the contest, 4-2, just under 5 to play, 4:50 to go. Ruffin going to drive to the basket. No on the shot, but we're going to get a foul. It's going to be on the floor, or shooting free throws. It's going to be on Carruthers. Yep, it'll be on the floor. That'll be his first, team's second. Hunter Atkins, number 4, and let's see who else checked in. Number 5, Gabe Nix. Something on the floor the officials will pick up. Couple pieces of something on the floor picked up. Good eyes by Coach Snyder as he saw that from the far bench, far side. They tried to go inbound. Upton. Love's going to come up with the basketball, and we're going to get a foul on Avery Fawcett. And if that's on Fawcett, I believe that will be his second. Team's third. Upton to trigger the inbound again for BPC. Backdoor to Love. Love shot blocked by Fogelsong. Beekman tracks down the rebound for BPC. They're going to go back into Love. Love this time up and good, and a foul. Talon Love with 2 will have a chance to make it a 3-point play. That's the third on Fawcett, as we're going to see a substitution. And I can't see who that number is. It's number 2, Jude Thiner. Love up and short on the rebound, or free throw, and Fogelsong down for the rebound for South Fulton. Jude Thiner, senior, number 2, with the basketball for the Rebels, guarded by Beekman. Far side, that is Atkins. Inside to Fogelsong. Fogelsong is going to go up and count it, and a foul. Foul going to be whistled on Talon Love for BPC. That will be his first, team's first. Six-4 lead for South Fulton. Fogelsong with all 6. Make it all 7 as he is good on the free throw. 7-4 in favor of South Fulton. Darren Ruffin with it for BPC. As we see 34, Griffiths into the ball game for BPC. He has the basketball. He's going to drive in, kicks out to Ruffin. Back to Griffiths. Right wing to Palm. Palm left-hand dribble. Now to Beekman. Down to 3:58. Beekman going to drive right side baseline. No, but Love there for the putback for BPC. 7-6, 1-point lead for South Fulton. Fogelsong will get it now and bring it up. Quick 3 fired up and off by Nix. Rebound loose on the floor. Still loose. Ruffin able to pick it up. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Snyder for BPC. 3:36 to play here in the opening half. 7-6 lead in favor of South Fulton. We can tell you about Heil Enterprises, Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offer top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop in and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 South at Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. Seven, 6 in favor of South Fulton. Will be Spartan basketball out of the 30-second timeout. Love to inbound for BPC. Ruffin will bring it up. 3:30 to play. 1-point Rebel lead. Between the legs, dribble picked up by Fogelsong. Now Atkins. Griffiths with it. Swings around to Palm. Palm going to drive in. He's going to float one up. Tough shot. Rolls around. No good. Love going to, nope. Thought he tracked down the basketball, but actually stepped on the sideline. So they'll go back to South Fulton with a 1-point lead. 7-6. 3:16 to play. Thiner with it. Now over to number 4, Atkins. And Fogelsong again up and good. He's got all 9 points for South Fulton thus far, and a 3-point Rebel lead as we hit the 3-minute mark to play in the first quarter. Palm, top of the circle. Thought about a 3. He's going to hand off to Love. Back to Ruffin. Now right wing to Griffiths. McKim into the ball game for BPC. Love, free throw line extended, jumper up and good. Talon Love. Well, it's Talon Love and Fogelsong, Caden Fogelsong, as Fogelsong has all 9 for South Fulton. Love all 8 for BPC. A 1-point lead for the Rebels as we hit 2.5 to play here first quarter. Jude Thiner with it. Now they're going to swing around. 3 fired up and good for Gabe Nix, Jr. with his first bucket of the night. First Rebel or Spartan to score that wasn't named Fogelsong or Love. 12-8 our score, 4-point lead. Palm with it, gets it to Griffiths. Left side now to Ruffin. He'll float one up. A nice little teardrop floater for Darren Ruffin for BPC. And back to a 2-point advantage, 12-10 for the Rebels. Nix. Now that's going to be Thiner. He's going to pop a three and hit. Jude Thiner with a three for South Fulton. 4-point lead, back to a 4-point lead, 14-10. 1:35 to play. Palm going to drive left side baseline. No Ruffin there to catch the pass. Shot up, no good. And Ruffin going for the rebound will be whistled for the foul. His first, team's second. Into the ball game for BPC. Brock Beekman, number 3, and Connor Upton back, number 30 for the Spartans. 1:33 to play. As Atkins will inbound to Nix. Nix picked up by Griffiths to Thiner. To Fogelsong, guarded by Love. Cross court to Shaw. Thiner going to fire up three. This one's a little long off the back iron, and we're going to get a jump ball with Fogelsong and Love. And it'll stay with South Fulton with 1:17 to play here in the first half. I see Connor Palm check into the ball, or not Connor Palm, he's already in the ball game. I should say Xander Jones, number 5, going to check in for Love for BPC. Atkins to trigger the inbound for South Fulton. Going to get it in, and nope, it's going to step on the space sideline. Was Shaw, and it'll go to BPC with 1:16 to play. A 4-point advantage for the Spartans. Matt Davis watching from St. Jude in Memphis, Tennessee. Good luck, Rebels. Thanks for tuning in, Matt. Appreciate the chat. Upton with it right wing, inside to McKim. McKim, nice head fake, gets it to Beekman. He lost a handle on it, now going to be whistled for a double dribble. But Snyder pleading the case that the ball was tipped. So it'll go back to South Fulton, under a minute to play. 57.3 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 4-point Rebel lead. That's Nix with the basketball, picked up by Griffiths. And pass inside to Thiner. He tried to kick it back out to save it to Sean. It goes out of bounds back to BPC with now 46.2 seconds on the clock. Griffiths with it for the Spartans. Jones inside to McKim. McKim has his shot blocked by Fogelsong. And Fogelsong's going to pick up the basketball for South Fulton. McKim's going to try and steal it back out of Beekman. Tries to get it away from Atkins. Shot loose, ball loose. And it's going to go out of bounds off of South Fulton to BPC. Jackson Miller, Jr., number 15, into the ballgame. He'll check in for Jude Thiner. 22.3 seconds to play. 4-point lead for South Fulton. Griffiths will get it up across midcourt for the Spartans. Picks up his dribble, swings around now left wing to Beekman. Down to 10. Down to 8. Back to Griffiths. 5, 4. Griffiths going to fake the three, go inside to McKim. McKim's going to head fake, shot up off the glass, count it. Good offensive movement by BPC, and McKim hits one at the buzzer to cut it just to a 2-point lead for South Fulton. As it's now a 14-12 lead. We'll step aside and we'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Tuned in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Back here for the second quarter, 2-point lead for South Fulton. It'll be Spartan basketball. Bushnell's only furniture store is M&B Furniture. They are a mainstay in the community and offer free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one. Stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can also give them a call at 39772-2111. Jones to inbound for BPC. Gets it to Griffiths as we're underway here in the second quarter. 2-point Rebel lead again, 14-12. Griffiths will pick up the dribble, looks around, goes right wing to Beekman. Beekman going to drive in, stutter step, got the shooter's roll. Brock Beekman on the scoreboard, his first two, and we're tied at 14 here in the second quarter. Number 15, that is Jackson Miller with it. Now far side, Nick's going to fire up another three off the back iron, no good. Jones there for the rebound for BPC. The senior goes to another senior, Brock Beekman, the left wing, in between the legs, behind the back. Beekman going to drive in, has a shot blocked from behind by Atkins. Out of Fogelsong. And Fogelsong all the way up and good. Fogelsong now with 11 for South Fulton, and back and forth we go. Back to a 2-point lead for South Fulton, a minute into the second quarter. Upton, left wing, going to fire up a three off the iron, no good. McKim there for the rebound, and Atkins is going to go off, and McKim out of bounds to the Rebels. As we'll see number 15 back, Darren Ruffin back for the Spartans. Griffiths will check out. They're going to go baseball as Fogelsong's going to take the pass. He's going to go up, shot no good, rebound down to Beekman for BPC. He'll go the other way, 3-on-2 all the way up and counted with a nice behind the back left-hand layup for Brock Beekman. He's got 4, and we're tied at 16. Quickly the other way, Fogelsong up, and he's got an answer with a left hand. Fogelsong now with 12, or 13. 12, I should say. I was right the first time. Ruffin going to drive left side, loses the handle out of bounds to South Fulton. Talon Love back for BPC. He'll check in for Ethan McKim. Jasper Lideker back for South Fulton. Nix with it to Lideker. Lideker going to put the ball on the floor, triple teamed over the far side to Miller. He's cut off. Back to Nix. Nix going to fire up one from 15, no good. Rebound tapped around and controlled. Good heads up play. Connor Upton got airborne and threw the ball off of Miller. It'll stay or go to the Spartans as Connor Palm back, number 2 for BPC. And 32, not a great game down in the JV game for South Fulton. That is Riley Fogelsong. As Caden Fogelsong will have a seat for South Fulton. Ruffin with it for the Spartans. 5:50 to play here, first half. Left wing screen by Love. Give and go to Love. Love up and count it. Love in double figures now with 10. And back and forth as we go, as it's back to tie ball game at 18. Miller with it, picked up by Palm in the near corner. He's going to throw it on top to Shaw. Shaw picked up by Ruffin. 3 in front of the Spartan bench by Nix is no good. Love there for the rebound. Here come the Spartans. Ruffin all the way. Stutter stop, spins up. Beekman with the tip. No, Beekman with the rebound again, and he's going to be fouled on the shot, I believe, on Shaw. Going up on the second attempt. It is going to be on Shaw. His first, team's first. To the line, Brock Beekman, first trip to the charity strike for the senior, number 3. 4 points in the contest for BPC. First one up, and off the back iron, no good. Going to see Carruthers, Caden Folsong, and Beekman hits the second, and that'll give the Spartans the lead by 1, 19-18. Caden Fogelsong with it inside to Carruthers. Back to Fogelsong. 16-footer up, off, no good. Rebound corralled by Palm as he stepped on the baseline. That was, is that 4? It was for Atkins. A good job crashing the board and forced Palm to step on the baseline for BPC. 5:06 to play. 1 point Spartan lead. Whitaker with it. Shot bank up, off, and good. The bank is open this late. Hunter Atkins with his first 2. And a 1 point Rebel lead at 20-19. Ruffin with it, right side, right wing. Picks up his dribble. Thought about a step back 3. No. Hands off to Palm. Palm going to drive left hand, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. That's going to, I believe, go on Jasper Whitaker. His first, team's second. Beekman to inbounds, going to get it into Love. Love there from the right side, up and good. 1 point lead now for BPC, 21-20. Poked away, stolen, Ruffin, Beekman up, his shot no good. Love there for the putback, no. Ruffin there for the putback, no, and he was fouled and going to the line for 2. That's going to be on Caden Foles on his first, team's third. Darren Ruffin with 2 in the contest. Goes to the line for the first time. First one up and in and out, no good. Halfway down and pops back out. 4:26 to play. First half, Spartans with a 1 point lead, 21-20. Second one by a Ruffin, up and good. So it pushes the lead to 2, 22-20 in favor of the Spartans. Miller with it for the Rebels. Cross court to Atkins. Fogelsong now to Whitaker. Cut off by Love. Gonna go inside to Fogelsong. He just takes it away over Griffiths. The shot in and out, no good. Love with a rebound for BPC. Tough luck there. As a good look halfway down and back out for Fogelsong. Griffiths with it now, goes inside to Love, has it poked away by Carruthers. South Fulton with the basketball, stolen away by Beekman. Beekman up, no, and we're going to get an over the back foul on Griffiths as Beekman went hard into the standard, padded standard at the east end. That'll be the first on Griffiths. Tanner Scott. Excited there's a game to watch. Watching with Coach Keene, Coach Elson, and Justice Keene. Thanks for tuning in, Tanner. Appreciate that. Missy Reynolds, come on, Spartans, woot woot. 2 point lead for BPC. Ruffin with the basketball for BPC. We're down to 3:35 to go to Palm. Now to Love. Griffiths, top of the set. Inside, they're going to go to Love. Love going to go up over Atkins. And the shot, I think, maybe partially tipped. And Fogelsong, Caden Fogelsong for South Fulton. He's going to take it all the way. Kicks it off to Nix or Miller. And the jumper up and good by Hunter Atkins. He's got 4, and we're tied at 22 apiece. 3:05 to play here in our opening half. Spartans and Rebels tied once again. Ruffin with it, going to drive in, runs into Lidecker, no foul. And Carruthers with the rebound for South Fulton. He's going to chase Palm's going to block it away, knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with South Fulton. McKim and Upton back for BPC as Beekman and Griffith's going to check out. Beekman looking at that left ankle a little bit after going down hard here just a few moments ago. As we see Jude Thiner, number 2, back for the Rebels. Going to get it into Fogelsong. Hand off to Thiner. Carruthers going to fire up a long one. No good. Rebound controlled. And finally corralled by McKim for BPC. Hands off to Ruffin. Here come the Spartans. Upton going to fire up a 3 from the right wing. It's short. I don't know that got iron, and a rebound down to the Rebels. As now kind of a track meet as we go the other way. Jude Thiner going to lose the ball out of bounds to go back to BPC. 2:27 to play here in the first half. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard, 22-22. 2:22 now to play here in the first half. Love with it. Free throw line extended. Upton thought about a three from the left wing. No. Ruffin. Going to pick up his dribble and get it over to Upton. Inside, they're going to try to go to McKim, and Atkins there for the steal for the Rebels. Gets it to Fogelsong. Outlet down to Carruthers. Thought he stepped on the end line. No, he did not. Miller now back to Atkins. Free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound down to Love for BPC. And he'll hand it off or get it over to Ruffin. Minute 45 to go. Palm going to drive in. 14-footer up and good. First two of the night for Connor Baum. The Spartans back on top by 2, 24-22. Caden Fogelsong will bring it up across for South Fulton. Now to Atkins. Near corner to Thiner. Crowther's going to fire up a three from the right wing. It barely draws the front iron. It's going to go out of bounds off of BPC. It'll stay with the Rebels with 1:20 to go here in the first half. Connor Atkins, the senior, going to trigger in for South Fulton. Lob into Fogelsong. His shot no good. Carruthers there for the rebound. Has it poked away by Ruffin for BPC. Ruffin, right wing now to Upton on top to Palm. Down to 1:05 to go. Palm is going to drive in and travel with the basketball as he goes to the floor. Number 5, Gabe Nix in for South Fulton. Also, nope, I guess that's going to be the only substitution. We're going to get a timeout taken by South Fulton. I believe it is a 30-second timeout. And we'll just keep it here, regardless 30-second or full timeout. I can tell you about Rosie's Pizza. They offer something for everyone with pasta sandwiches and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. We're also brought to you by Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell for over 100 years. Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. And don't forget its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or to their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. Farmers and Merchant is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Chris Frankhauser and Adam Hulett on the camera for me this evening. So we're down under a minute to go in a great first half. Long three up and good by Jude Thiner, his second tray of the night, and it's now a 25-24 lead in favor of South Fulton. Rebels with a near steal. It was Miller. Hit the deck, but he hit the sideline on the far side, right in front of the scores table. It'll go back to BPC with 42.8 seconds to play in our opening half. Darren Ruffin, number 15, will bring it up for the Spartans. Goes left wing to Connor Palm. McKim out to Upton. Upton, I momentarily thought he might pull the trigger from the volleyball spike line. McKim up and good on the foul. Ethan McKim with his fourth. And he puts the Spartans back on top by 1, 26-25. That'll be the first on Hunter Atkins, team's fourth. Upton's going to check out, and Brock Beekman back as McKim looking to add to the Spartan lead and complete the three-point play. Free throw up, and it's off. No good. Beekman there for a nice rebound up off the glass. No. Love there for the rebound now. Kicks it out to Beekman. Beekman going to float one up and hit from about 10 feet away. Brock Beekman now with 7, and the lead for BPC is back to 3, 28-25. Fogelsong with 5. Thiner going to fire up a 3 and hits it with 2 seconds to go. And that will be the end of the opening half as Jude Thiner with 9 points, 3 threes in that opening half, and a 28-28 ball game as we head to the break here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll step aside. We'll be back with some stats and the second half in just a moment here on TSSR Game Time Live.
And welcome back. I'm here with Emily Alden now. And Emily, patient advocate, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
That sounds like a title that encompasses a whole lot. Let's first put it in simple words if you can, and then we'll kind of go in depth with it a little bit.
Yes, as the patient advocate, there is a lot to do in the role, but it's a fantastic opportunity. So generally speaking, I will help patients. I will talk about the service that they have here and just in general measure the patient experience for the entire organization.
Well, speaking of knowing the entire organization, kind of the theme has been everybody knows everybody at MDH because you're a smaller rural hospital, even though MDH offers a lot. You literally have to probably know everybody or most everybody because you need to know what each thing's going to happen if that patient's dealing with it.
Yes, that's very true. When I first stepped into the role about a year ago, it was really an interesting and fantastic opportunity to get to know all of the departments, how they work together and individually, and just to see the well-oiled machine.
Well, patient care, obviously, at a hospital is key. You're a key part of that. What is it about patient care at MDH that makes MDH special?
Service excellence internally to provide the best patient care is top of mind here for all of our staff across every single level, every single department, and the organization as a whole. It's a big focus. So we make sure that we take care of our patients and that they have the best experience possible. We're very open to feedback. We always want to improve in areas that we can improve. So we always have open ears. We always appreciate the feedback that we receive.
You are working with all departments. And when a patient comes in, let's say they come into the ER and then they come to ICU and then they go to the floor, your job kind of is to let the patients know what you can do, right? Or what you offer, or what they can do. Am I missing that? Is that correct?
Yes, actually, our case management department is instrumental with that side of things. Every once in a while, I'll step in and just check in on patients, see how their experience overall is going, to collect that feedback and see if we can implement any changes to make it even better.
So you deal with patients in so many different departments, and really they can go all the way from getting here in the ER to physical therapy on the way out, right?
Yes, absolutely. So MDH has a lot to offer our patients. So while you're here, if you're just running in for some outpatient tests, whether it's lab work or visiting our radiology department, convenience clinic, visiting your primary care provider over at MDH Family Clinic, emergency room, labor and delivery. There's so many different departments that work so well together, and our team is a family. The organization in itself is a family, and so everybody does a great job at trying to understand what departments do that aren't their own, so that way we can make it a seamless experience for our patients.
Well, and then as a patient advocate, right, you just kind of all that together and look at it, right, and then see as patient A comes through, what can we do to make patient B, who might follow them, a little bit better next time?
Absolutely.
So as you do that, what kind of things do you look for? I mean, what I would imagine with MDH as it continues to improve, you start looking for smaller things, right? So the obvious things are maybe gone. So then you start looking at little things to make the sometimes the worst experience of their life, right, a little bit better as they work through.
Yes, most definitely. So you never know what kind of day somebody's having when they walk through our doors, and you don't know what they're necessarily here for. So it's important to keep an open mind and take a look at what can we ask them that's specific to their experience. Why are they here? Comfort them and make sure that we ask the right questions so that we can purposefully pull out information that we can work on.
Yeah, and I think we've talked a lot about different things from different people. You're, besides Bill, the CEO, you're the one person that kind of helps with, like, it gets your hands in a little bit of everything as far as the patient is concerned. Everybody's talked about it being a family, and you've even mentioned it being a family. Does the fact that everybody knows everybody as far as employees, from the CEO down to the CNAs, does that kind of make your job a little bit easier?
Absolutely. When you're a family, you care about each other, and we are all here for one purpose, and that is to provide the best experience for our patients that we possibly can. So when you are a tight-knit family, it's just great to be, we're a community, a family, a community, and we are here to serve our patients. And when everybody has that one purpose, it it's a great feeling.
Well, Emily, I appreciate you stopping and talking to us, and keep fighting for the patients.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
We'll be back after this.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 2 minutes on the halftime show clock as both teams out warming up a little bit here on the floor in front of us. We're brought to you by King Family Chiropractic with locations of Bushnell and Macomb. They support BPC Athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MyDC. That's 6932. They also perform DOT and CDL physicals for just $85. Also brought to you by the Raritan State Bank. Bushnell branch located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell. They offer full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. And also, don't forget our pre- and post-game show sponsor. That's JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also, on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Excuse me. And also brought to you by Macomb's local original sports bar. That Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WI games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. 28 all here at the break as we get ready for the third quarter. It will be Spartan basketball. Nice quarter there for Jude Thiner. Had 2 threes. Spartans outscoring the Rebels in the second quarter 18-13 after South Fulton had a 5-point 15-10 lead. And that's where we are at 28 all. Beekman to inbound to Ruffin for the Spartans. Get our quarter changed here for you as well. Stolen away by the Rebels and stolen right back by BPC. Upton to Palm. It's Beekman. Free throw line. Kicks it back to Upton. Going to have it poked away out of bounds by Gabe Nix, and it'll stay with BPC. Upton to inbound again. Gets in the backcourt to Ruffin. Ruffin with it. Now to Love. Bounce pass to Beekman. Nice head fake. Beekman up and good. Beekman unofficially with 9. BPC back up by 2, 30-28. That is Nix with it. Picked up by Ruffin. Over to Jude Thiner. Gabe Nix, a junior, number 5, goes right wing. Now back to Thiner. Into Fogelsong, picked up by Love. 16-footer, nice looking shot there by number 12, Fawcett, for his first 2. And just like that, again, back and forth we go. Tied at 30 apiece. 6:50 to play. Ruffin with it, or now Upton. Bounce pass to Beekman. Free throw line up and strong up to the glass by Brock Beekman. Beekman with 11 unofficially, double figures, 32-30. BPC with the lead. Love's going to poke the ball away out of bounds from Fogelsong, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be his second. Team's first. Hunter Atkins will trigger, the senior for South Fulton. Bounce pass at the legs of Fogelsong, picked up by Upton. Gets it over to Ruffin now. Minute and a half in, 6:30 to play here, third quarter. Upton with it, left side, left wing. Bounce pass into Beekman's going to have it poked away, and the ball picked up by Jude Thiner. He's going to be double teamed by Ruffin and Beekman. He'll get it over to Atkins, as Nick's going to fire up a 3 short. Ruffin there for the rebound. Here comes the Spartans the other way, across midcourt. Ruffin with it, left wing to Palm. Love near corner, 3 up and good. Talon Love with 15 unofficially for BPC, and the Spartans push the lead to 5. I think maybe their biggest lead of the night at 5, under 6 to play now, 5:45 to go third quarter. That is Nix with the basketball. To Fawcett. Fawcett again, 14-footer, nice looking shot, just about a foot or 2 inside where he made his last bucket. And a nice looking shot. 4 points now for Fawcett, and back to a 3-point Spartan lead. Ruffin with it for BPC. Left wing to Palm, looking inside at Love's going to drive baseline. Swings it out, picks up the dribble, needs some help, gets it back to Love. Upton now to Ruffin. Ruffin going to drive baseline, dump cut off there by Nix. Beekman going to fire up a 3. It's long. Ended up being a pass to Love as he goes reverse layup. No, Ruffin flying in for the rebound for BPC. 5 to play. Inside lob is going to be poked away by Nix and corralled by Thiner. Now stolen away by Palm. Outlet to Beekman. Beekman going to go up, and the layup up and good. Brock Beekman with 6 points here in the quarter for BPC. The Spartans back to 5-point advantage, 4:40 to play. Fawcett to Fogelsong. He's going to drive in. His shot, no. As Fawcett's going to go up on the rebound. No on the shot, but he'll go to the line for 2. As the foul going to be whistled on Ruffin, his second, team's second. Avery Fawcett in the line for 2 has got 4 points in the quarter and the contest for South Fulton. First one up, and it rattles around off the glass and back in. Number 1, Jonah Shaw going to check in for Jude Thiner for South Fulton. 37-33, 4-point lead for BPC. Fawcett with one more. This one up, and it short, but there for the rebound is Fogelsong. His shot no good. Rebound down to Love. Here comes the Spartans. Upton. Ruffin, top of the circle, 3 on the way off the iron, no good. Fawcett there for the rebound for South Fulton. He'll get it over to Shaw. Shaw across midcourt. Down to 4:15 to play. Right wing to Nix. Inside they're going to go to Fogelsong. He's going to spin up. Good defense there by Beekman. Got a body on Fogelsong. And here comes Beekman with the basketball the other way. He's going to spin one up. No good. And the rebound down to the Rebels. That is Nix. He's going to have it poked away by Ruff. And Beekman's going to pick it up. Beekman's going to try and go in. Scoops it up. No foul. And Beekman for 2 more. He's got 8 in the quarter. And BPC on top by 6 now. Fogelsong the other way. His shot off, no good. Rebound to Fawcett. And he's going to lose it out of bounds. And it'll go back to BPC. As Coach Simpson going to take a 30-second timeout here for South Fulton. We'll keep it here. 39-33 the score. And we can tell you about Pond Plus. They're proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repairs and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Airco and Taco Bell. That's Pond Plus. 3:42 to play in the third quarter, 39-33. 6-point Spartan lead. Don't forget, chat us up. Let us know where you're tuned in tonight. I always appreciate our viewers and finding out where they're listening from. Spartan basketball out of the timeout. It'll be Palm to inbound for BPC. He'll get it into Ruffin. Ruffin will bring it up across the Spartan logo at midcourt. Bounce pass to Palm. Griffiths into the ball game, number 34 for BPC. Ruffin going to drive it, has it poked away, got it back, spins it up and in. Darren Ruffin now with 5 in the contest. The BPC stretching things out a little bit. An 8-point lead for the Spartans. And Hunter Atkins going to step on the sideline. Go back to BPC. Carruthers back for South Fulton as we see Connor Palm, or not Connor Palm, my apologies again, did that second time. Xander Jones back for BPC. Ruffin with it for the Spartans. Swings around to Love, cutting Talon Love. His shot up, won't go, but he's going to draw the contact and go to the line for 2. I believe that may be on number 20, Caden Fogelsong. Nope. That's going to be on Shaw, his first. Talon Love to the line for 2. First one off, no good. 8-point lead for the Spartans. Their biggest of the night, 41-33, 3:06 to play. Third quarter, Love up and good on the second. 16 unofficially for Love. 42-33, 9-point lead. Baseline drive by Shaw, and he's going to be fouled from behind by Xander Jones. That'll be Jones's first, and the third on the Spartans. Hunter Adkins, the senior, going to trigger for South Fulton. Stolen away by Love. Love breakaway all the way in. Layup up and good. 2 more for Talon Love. And an 11-point lead all of a sudden for BPC. 2:45 to go. Fawcett's going to fire up, or Carruthers going to fire up a 3. No. Ruffin going to get the rebound, but can't keep his feet. And he'll go down onto the floor. Traveling violation on BPC gives it back to South Fulton. As we see number 10, Lideker, Jasper Lideker back for South Fulton. He'll check in for Miller, or Atkins, I should say, number 4. Lideker going to get it into the far corner to Fawcett. Carruthers going to drive and float one up over Fogelsong, and no, and rebound down to Love and the Spartans. Here comes Ruffin, back to Palm. Ruffin thought about it. 3's going to drive in. Palm's going to fire up a 3 from straight away and hits. Connor Palm with a 3 ball gives him 5 on the contest. 47-33 lead for BPC. They've held the Rebels to just 5 points as far as shot up, no good. Rebound down to Griffiths for BPC. That shot by Shaw. 2 minutes to play. Ruffin to Palm, near corner. Palm gets it to Griffiths, swings around. Jones going to fire up a 3 and banks it in. Xander Jones with a 3. And a timeout taken by South Fulton. Wait and see if it is a full timeout, so we'll step aside. A minute 51 to play. All of a sudden, this game was tied. It's now a 17-point lead for BPC. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 50-33 our score. Minute 51 to play in the quarters. It's now a 17-5 run for BPC to start this third quarter. We're brought to you by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for your upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. They deliver ice directly to your event. Give Blaine Wrench a call at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. Lydecker gets it in to Fawcett, back to Jasper Lydecker, I should say, my apologies. Lydecker back to Nix. That's Miller in. His shot short. A rebound down to BPC to Griffiths. Gets it to Jones. Jones, right-hand dribble to Ruffin. Left wing to Palm. Swings around the right wing now back to Xander Jones. Side is Griffiths. He's going to back Miller down. Shot no. Got the rebound. No, he did not. It was poked away and controlled by the Rebels. Here comes Miller the other way. He's going to be double teamed. Stolen away by Jones. Layup up and good for Xander Jones. He's got 5, and BPC now up by 19. 52-33. Under a minute to go, 55 seconds. That is Nix with it. Miller going to drive. His shot going to be blocked and a late foul. And that will send Jackson Miller to the line for 2. Going to go on the foul on Griffiths, his second, team's third. 19-point lead. We were tied at halftime at 28. Miller up, and the first in and out, no good. Upton and Beekman back for BPC as Palm and Ruffin will check out. Miller with one more. 49.2 seconds to play here at third quarter. Second one up and good. Miller's first point of the contest. 52-34. Griffiths will slowly bring it up across the Spartan logo at midcourt. Down to 35 seconds. Beekman tried to go backdoor bounce pass to Upton, and it's going to go out of bounds off of South Fulton. And it's Spartan basketball. Nope, now they've overturned it and said no, is South Fulton basketball. Lydecker to inbound, gets it to Fogelsong, over to Nix. Nix going to take it the length of the floor. Circus shot up and good. Hunter Nix now with 5. 52-36, down to 15 seconds to play. Griffiths going to drive in, picks up the dribble. For help, gets it to Upton, down to 8. Jones going to drive in, is going to float it up and has a shot blocked from behind by Whitaker. It'll be Spartan basketball with 3 seconds to go. Beekman to inbound. And Coach Snyder, I believe, going to take a 30-second timeout. And 30-second timeout means we'll keep it right here. And we can tell you about Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. It'll be BPC basketball out of the timeout. Thanks for tuning in. Chris Rankhauser here with you. Adam Hulett on camera duties with me this evening. Hope you're enjoying this one. 52-36. BPC, they said, on quite a run here as we were tied at 28 apiece. So it was 15-10 after one. Spartan in favor of South Fulton. BPC outscores the Rebels in the second quarter by 5. And now a big run here in the quarter by BPC pushes the lead out to 52-36. Griffith to inbound, just 3 seconds on the clock. McKim, Jones, Beekman, and Upton on the floor as well as Griffiths for BPC. Gonna try and get it in. He's gonna get it in to Beekman. Upton gonna fire one from way off, almost at half court, and off the back iron, no good. So we'll head to the fourth quarter with the Spartans on top, 52-36. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live with the fourth quarter coming up in just a moment.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 52-36 in favor of BPC. It'll be a Rebel basketball to start the fourth quarter. That is Nix to Fawcett. Fawcett's going to lose the basketball. Love on the floor to get it. Hands off to Ruffin. Here comes the Spartans. Ruffin going to drive in. Shot no. Rebound down to Fogelsong for South Fulton. Fawcett now back to Fogelsong. He's going to lose the handle on it. Gets the rebound. No. And Beekman there for the rebound for BPC. 7.5 to play. Beekman going to kick it out to Ruffin. He'll set up the offense. Left wing now to Griffiths. Griffiths picks up the dribble, gets it to Love. Down to Griffiths, cross court to Ruffin. Ruffin going to fire up a three off the iron, no good. Rebound down to Gabe Nix for South Fulton. Lideker back to Nix, inside to Fogelsong. Tough shot, good defense straight up by Love. The rebound down to the Spartans. Here comes Beekman the other way. Beekman's going to drive in, float one up. Got the shooter's touch off the iron. Beekman had 8 in the third quarter. He's got 17 unofficially now. And BPC is going to push 2 more onto the lead there for the Spartans. Now stolen away by BPC. Beekman thought about the jam. Oh, and he went up and just indecision there by Beekman. Now the other way, the ball going to go out of bounds off of Fawcett. 34, Atkins. 30, Carruthers. Number 2, Jude Thiner. And number 1, Jonah Shaw back for South Fulton. 54-36, 18-point lead for the Spartans. Upton with it now to Griffith's right wing. Screen from Love. Not about to give and go to Love. Picks up the dribble, needs some help. Gets it over to Upton. Now 6:05 to go. Ruffin right wing. Screen from Beekman. Back to Beekman. Beekman shot no, and Shaw for the rebound, and they're going to get Beekman, I believe, on the rebound on the foul. That'll be his first. Team's first. Nice shot up and good by Fogelsong. He's got 15 unofficially, 54-38. Martin's trying to go inside to Love. He's going to lose the handle on the basketball. Now I think he's going to be whistled for the foul. If that's the case, that will be his third, team's second. College football play. Also the winner of that one getting ready. Will take on Notre Dame. It is Ohio State 14 and Texas 7 early in the third quarter as Griffith's going to check out and Connor Palm back for BPC. 5:20 to play. Atkins, he's got the basketball. Oh, got away with a travel, I thought there. Over to Shaw. Cross court to Carruthers. Inside, they're going to go to Thiner. Carruthers up. His shot, no. Fogelsong there, no. Hit the put back. Atkins got the rebound. He goes back up and no, and I believe that will be number 4 on Talon Love for BPC, team's third here in the fourth quarter. And that'll get Ethan McKim into the ballgame for BPC. And put Hunter Atkins at the line for 2 free throws. First one rattles around and off the back of the glass, no good. McKim will check back in for BPC as Love will have a seat. Second one no good. Rebound controlled by Upton. He's going to be hounded by Carruthers. The ball still loose on the floor as glass is on the floor from Connor Upton. And going to be Spartan basketball. Beekman to inbound for BPC. 4:54 to go. Ruffin with it for the Spartans. Screen from McKim and Beekman. Give and go to Beekman. Beekman up and good. We might see a dunk there from Beekman, but just decided to hold up in the last minute. He's got 2 more, and the Spartans push the lead back to 18 at 56. Now Ruffin with a steal for BPC. His shot up, good, counted, and a foul. Darren Ruffin to the line for the 3-point play opportunity. And that'll push the lead to 20 at 58-38. 24, Ryan Adler in the ballgame for Beekman. Ruffin at the line, free throw up, and rolls around and drops. 59 now, 38. That's Atkins with it for the Rebels, poked away by Ruffin. Here come the Spartans. Ruffin's going to go all the way in, scoops it up, no, but going to get a foul whistle on the Rebels, I believe on Jude Thiner, his first and team's second. And Darren Ruffin back to the line for 2. First one up, a little short, off the front iron, no good. Xander Jones back for BPC. He'll check in for Upton. Second one up, and it is good. So 1 of 2 that lot time for Darren Ruffin. 60-38. Vogelsong will bring it up for South Fulton, guarded by McKim. Swings it over now, far corner, or near corner. That is Steiner up with the 3, no good. Rebound down to BPC. We're halfway through this fourth quarter. 60-38 in favor of the Spartans. Ruffin picked up by Carruthers. Right wing. Over to Jones. Quickly over to Ruffin. Ruffin going to fire up a 3. It's short. Rebound down to Vogelsong, and we're going to get a foul on the follow-up there on Ruffin. That'll be his 3rd. Team's 4th. As we're going to see some substitutions for South Fulton. See number 12, Avery Fawcett. Number 32, Riley Vogelsong had a good game in our sophomore contest earlier. And Jasper Lideker. Number 11, Mark Schmidt in for BPC. Also 34, Griffiths. Lideker, he's going to drive in, kicks it out. Miller thought about the 3, drives in, going to have it poked away by Jones. And outlet pass down to Ryan Adler, going to go out of bounds off of South Fulton. Will stay with BPC, 60-38. Spartan basketball. Xander Jones is triggering the inbound for the Spartans. Looking for somebody, gets it in to Schmidt. Cross court to McKim. Kim's going to drive on Lideker. Spin move, shot up. No, but going to the line for 2 will be Ethan McKim for BPC. Foul on Jasper Lideker. His 2nd. No, they're saying his 3rd, team's 3rd. First one is up and good off the back. The glass for Ethan McKim. Number 25, Brian Parker in for South Fulton. Kim with 1 more. And it's off, no good. Rebound down to Riley Vogelsong for South Fulton. Gabe Nix will bring it up for the Rebels. Lideker, reverse under the back layup, no good. Rebound down to BPC and Schmidt. And we're going to get carrying violation on number 11 for BPC, Mark Schmidt. 3:07 to play. BPC on top, 61-38. 23-point lead. The shot up by Nix, no good. Rebound down to BPC, stolen away by Lideker. Lideker's going to drive in, floats one up, no good. Griffiths there for the rebound, down to Jones. Over to Adler, his shot up and good. Ryan Adler for 2. 63-38 in favor of BPC. Miller going to go in to Riley Vogelsong. His shot up, no, but he is fouled on the attempt, and he'll go to the line for 2. Fifth team foul on BPC. McKim whistle for the foul, his 1st. Team's 5th. Free throw up, no good. 21. Xander Tyner back in for the first time in the varsity contest. Second one rattles around for Riley Vogelsong. 62-39. Xander Jones will bring it up and run the point for BPC. Picks it up, bounce pass over to Schmidt. Over to Jones. Jones left-hand dribble, now to Schmidt. He's going to fire up a 3, it's a little short. Adler there for the rebound, and no on the shot, but he'll go to the line for 2. Foul going to be listed on Jasper Lideker, his 4th. Team's 2nd. Ryan Adler to the line, he's got 2 in the contest, and he makes the first free throw, gives him 3 on the contest. 64 And Adler with both of them 65-39. He's got 4. Shot up and good. Jackson Miller. That gives him 3. 65-41, down to a minute 50 to go. Schmidt with it, drives baseline, cutoffs, loses the handle on it, picked up by Riley Fogelsong. Fogelsong the other way. He's going to go up. Shot blocked by Griffiths from behind for BPC. He'll outlet to Adler. Over to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to pop a 2, and he hits. Mark Schmidt with 2. Now the only Spartan that hasn't scored thus far is Griffiths for the Spartans, 67-41. Shot no, rebound down to Jones for BPC. He's going to get it to Griffiths. Griffiths going to drive in. He's going to be fouled. Foul on the floor will be the 4th on the Whitaker's going to foul out with no points. I'm going to say on the shot, so Shaw going to check back for South Fulton. Griffith's going to have a chance to put, I guess Connor Upton did not score in the contest, but Griffith's looking to add some points to the scorebook, and he misses on the first, a minute 13 to go. Griffiths with 1 more. Second one on the way, and it's good. 1 of 2 for Braylon Griffiths for BPC. 68-41. Miller to Shaw. Tyner inside, picked up by the loose ball by Griffiths. Down under a minute to go. 55 seconds to play. We'll have a chat with Coach Snyder on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show coming up after this one. That's Schmidt, picks up his dribble, goes inside to Adler. Adler turnaround shot, no. Shaw there for the rebound for South Fulton. We're down to 40 seconds to play. Diner 3 up, no good. Rebound down to McKim. To Griffiths. 30 seconds to play. He'll get it up across midcourt. Jones down to 20 to go. Jones going to drive in, bounce pass to Adler, up and good. Ryan Adler was 6. 70-41, and that will do it. This shot up and no good. And the final score, 70-41 in favor of BPC. We'll step aside. We'll be back here with the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show coming up in just moments here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back here at BPC High School. Brock Beekman leading the way for 19, and Talon Love with 18. Darren Ruffin with 9. Adler with 6. 1 for Braylon Griffiths and 5 for Ethan McKim. I guess Jackson Groudage did not score, did not get into the contest this evening. Running down the stats for South Fulton. We'll get those numbers to you here in just a moment. $70 to 41, the final score here on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor, they offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell. I am going to stand as Adam has a seat because he stood all game. So Adam's having a seat here, taking a load off. As I'm going to stand, has been sitting here for a while. Tanner Scott, good win. We are looking forward to Coach Snyder's interview. Justice wants to hear how a real interview is done. Giving Justice a hard time, Tanner. But appreciate you guys all tuning in and watching here this evening on TSSR Game Time Live. Macomb game at Taylorville canceled because of the weather to the south. So appreciate you guys, Coach Keene, Coach Elson, and Coach Justice and Tanner listening from Macomb. Appreciate that, guys. 70 to 41. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we've got girls action. We'll have a game here at 5 o'clock. I believe United in town to take on BPC tomorrow in girls action. So a nice doubleheader win for the boys. The JV winning 41-36 and the varsity winning 70 to 41 this evening here at BPC. I will take a bag to take home. Thank you, young lady. Appreciate it. Free bag of popcorn. Eat on the long drive home here in Bushnell. So a nice game in the second half. BPC and South Fulton were tied at 28. 24-8 in the fourth quarter. BPC outscored the Rebels to pull away for a nice big win in the contest. JV contest also went in favor of BPC, as that one was a tight game, and BPC came from behind in that one to win. So the JV and varsity picking up a win here tonight, as well as a great rock the place night by the elementary school students and the varsity cheerleaders. $70 to 41. We're brought to you by, again, here on the postgame show, JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell and cheer the Spartans on to victory as we'll await Coach Snyder coming out. And I see him heading this direction, so get everything set up for him and get him here with us this evening. Coach Snyder joining us here on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. And, Coach, I don't know how well those headphones you're going to be able to hear things or not, so I'll try and talk up for you.
It's all right.
And,
Hear me talk very well.
Yeah, well, Coach, I don't know what you guys said or whatever at halftime, but man, did you guys come out on fire in that third quarter.
Yeah, I just told them we gotta, match their physicality because they play physical basketball, and the biggest thing is when you get around the basket, we need to put the ball in the hook. We had a lot of missed bunnies, is what I would call them, around the basket in the first half, and we're still not shooting the ball the best, and that's what I keep telling them, guys, like, we're there. Like, just imagine if those shots start falling. I mean, now 70 points, yeah, I mean, last bucket at the end, kind of,
right.
whatnot, when you're not really trying to score. But, you know, if Upton makes 2 or 3 of those threes in the first quarter, first half, I mean, there's 9 more points.
Right.
And, you know, we missed some other ones in the second half. That's just like, hey, you know, if we make those shots, you know, now we're talking 80 points
Right.
or whatnot. So,
Well, it seemed like you guys maybe found a different gear or what. It just seemed like you guys were playing a lot faster in the second half, especially there early on. And, you know, you got 8 in the quarter from Beekman, 6 for Love in that quarter. And you guys took a 28-all ball game and outscored them 24-8 to really, in that third quarter, really to kind of seal the deal for you guys.
Yeah. Again, we try to talk to those guys. You know, another focal point all week is we need to get after it a little bit more, and we need to keep playing better defense. And our practices have actually been, I'd say, aggressive this past week. But you know, when you do play like that, and you know, I think the officials kind of didn't really call stuff either way, which, you know.
Well, and it was consistent.
Yeah.
It was consistent both ways.
You know, when that happens, then you kind of understand that, yeah, we can play a little more aggressive, but if we're playing aggressive and they're calling fouls,
Then you got to back off a little bit, yeah.
So, but no, our practices this week have been pretty intense. So, I mean, hopefully we can keep that going in the future.
Well, you get Beekman with 19, and that all comes in the nothing in the first quarter for Brock. That's all in the second, third, and fourth quarter. 18 from Love, and there at one point it was Love 10 or Love 8 and Fogelsong 10 for South Fulton. I mean, both those kids came out on a fire.
I mean, he's a great ball player, and he's a heck of a post player. The pregame speech was he's their guy, and he's left-handed, and we need to take that away. And at first we didn't, so it was just kind of like, well, here we go. But then we kind of figured it out that, you know, we can be on his left side, and he kind of not necessarily struggles, but it's a little more difficult for him to score.
Right, and you guys really did a good job after that opening quarter. He ends up with leading their way for the Rebels with 15, but only 6 after that opening quarter. So you guys really did make the good adjustments there defensively on him.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good all-around game, I would say, for Talon tonight. You know, and I kind of, hey, this is the guy. I said, the weird thing is you guys are pretty much identical.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are both left-handed.
Yep.
You both love going to your left, so you're going to have your hands full with him because he's a good ball player. Well,
in this game, you got good minutes from a lot of guys. You got some of your guys you don't necessarily maybe see on the floor as much, got a lot of playing time. I thought a good game for Xander Jones. Ryan Adler was 6 in that fourth quarter for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we were shorthanded tonight with some illnesses and some injuries. And having those guys be able to get in the game and contribute is outstanding.
Well, and you never know when you're going to, as the season rolls along and you get somebody in foul trouble, those guys are you got to go next man up mentality.
Right, and you have that. And like I said, we have injuries. Jackson Groudage got hurt yesterday in practice, so, I mean, there's, one of our bigs that goes down, so now we're shorthanded. So Ryan will be huge moving forward.
Well, and I thought we'll touch briefly here. I know Coach Oakham and the guys, the JV, picking up a nice win tonight. They came from behind, were down 4 at the break, and came back to win by 5, 41-36. And I thought Dylan King played really well. Griffiths played well for them in that early game.
Yeah, we kind of talked about letting him play a little longer in the JV. We kind of give him some more confidence and let those other guys get some confidence. And they got 2 games tomorrow in our shootout here, and he's just helping those other guys, come along. So having Braylon play a little longer tonight, which I talked to Coach Yoakum. I said, "Are you playing him the whole game?" He's like, "Well, look at the score." I was like, "That's fine."
Yeah, right.
But I got to make a starting lineup, and turn it in. So
sure.
We ended up playing him the whole game, and then he just didn't start, but he played good minutes for us in varsity.
Well, it's been almost a month since you got to see the home floor, so you guys got a good doubleheader win here, starting off 2025 right on the home floor, and the shootout, as you said, tomorrow. And I know the girls are supposed to be playing, I think, tomorrow night as well.
Yep.
5 o'clock, so I'll be right back here tomorrow for that. So, but Coach, always appreciate the time, and congratulations on not one but 2 wins tonight.
Well, thank you, and great turnout. South Fulton brings great
Yes,
fans.
they did.
You know, I was wet mopping the floor before the game, and their fans are already piling in. I'm like, this is what high school basketball is about.
Exactly.
You know, they come in here, and they're ready for their team to play and whatnot. So that's what's awesome about high school sports. You
Right.
know, you go to a college game, and it's kind of like, okay.
Right.
You know, fans kind of trickle
Yeah.
in 15 minutes
Yeah.
before the game. In high school, it's more like, hey, they're in here 45 minutes, an hour before the game.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
They're ready, which is great. It's awesome atmosphere for the kids to play.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I always appreciate your time, and
I hope Jimmy back in North Carolina is watching.
I wondered if he was going to be watching tonight.
Yep. Send him the link. So appreciate everything you guys do and allow him to watch the game. He told me tell the guys that we need to work on our defense. So hopefully that was good enough defense for him tonight.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Jimmy,
If not, I'm sure you will hear about it.
Yeah, tomorrow when he calls me at 3:30 or 3:15. Yep, when he calls me. So, but thanks for.
Hey, Coach, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Coach. We'll talk to you later, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Tyler Snyder here on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. So I think that will do it for this evening, as it is a 70-41 win for BPC over South Fulton. Again, girls action tomorrow, 5 o'clock, single game for the girls here tomorrow. And don't forget, prior to that, you can catch out the JV shootout going on here at Bushnell-Prairie City. So a full day of basketball here at the Bushnell-Prairie City High School gym. So for Adam Hulett on the camera, Chris Rankhauser is saying so long, and we will talk to you tomorrow night for girls action here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.